Now, for most of us growing up, nobody taught us about money. Nobody taught us about being financially disciplined. Nobody taught us about saving. Basically, we just go to school, work, repeat. This video is about to change that. Now, mastering financial discipline, earning extra cash requires a lot of learning and unlearning. So here are 8 things that I do to stay ahead of the curve. The top of the list, I'm sure you've heard this all over the places, everywhere. Everybody keeps saying, be disciplined and strict to your finances. So what I do basically every month or every end of the month is I go to my Excel sheet. You can use Google Sheets if you want. I write down all my incomes, my expenses, daily living, transportation, financial obligations, and on the side of each table I write down the figures of my income, my expenses, will be it rent, maybe if you have a shop or somewhere, the rents of the shops, if you have like electricity bills, like basically all expenses. So when I get money, first of all, I go to my Excel sheet, I check off everything. Hata kama ndabaki na 5 bob, but I have to complete my Excel sheet. Okay, basically most people don't understand that when you get money, first of all, you have to be in the right state of mind. You really have to be disciplined. Most of us, maybe the paycheck has come on a Friday, immediately you've gone out partying, you've gone out spending money, and then when it comes on Saturday morning or maybe Sunday morning, all of a sudden you don't know what to do. I've ever had people just going out on Friday, they end up spending all of their money hadi wanabaki hawajalipa rent. Especially if you have a 9 to 5 job and you don't have any other source of income, it's really good to have an Excel sheet to keep track of your money. So make sure that when you get money, write down all your expenses, write down your income. If you earn 10k per month, this 10k will go, this 5k goes to this 2k goes to this. Just clear up everything first on your Excel sheet, and then do everything else that's supposed to be done. So for example, me, if I put, let's say, like 5k for entertainment, once I exceed the 5k, I will not, and I mean it, I will not go beyond that figure that I've put on the Excel sheet. So first of all, make sure you're really disciplined with your finances. So number 2, cut off unnecessary expenses. Be it, let's say, subscriptions, like going out to eat all the time. Like for example, if you have a subscription for Netflix, personally, I don't pay for Netflix. Basically, literally, there are free online platforms there you can watch free movies, download. Like that 2k can go somewhere else. Like you really need to analyze your spending habits. Like, are you doing impulse purchases? Like you don't have to buy some things. You have to really be disciplined. Don't just see something. If you don't need something right now, you don't have to buy it. Like for example, if you have a bed that is working, you don't need a new bed. That's just me. If it's broken, okay, go ahead and do it. Do something. That's why you have the Excel sheet. The Excel sheet will also help you to have financial obligations. Like for example, if you have to buy something new next month, you'll save up to it, but you can't use the exact money that you have right now to buy what you don't need. So cut off unnecessary expenses. Number 3 on the list, learn a new skill. Learn a new skill. I mean, you can't have all these bills and everything and only manage them with one source of income. I usually tell people, just learn one new skill. For example, I'll give myself an example. I know how to do graphic design. I know how to do websites. I know how to do marketing. I know how to do photography. I know how to do videography. Just learn one new skill. Take it upon you that this month you'll learn one new skill. It will really help you with getting extra cash for you to manage your bills. Let's say for example, you also have a car I see most of my friends, this is what they do. They do the 9 to 5 thing, but they also have a car and they've onboarded themselves as an Uber or Bolt driver. So every morning when they go to work, they switch on their app, wanabeba mtu wakienda job, jioni tena, like learn how to make just an extra cash. But you can't do that without learning something new, just doing something extra. My father always tells me, like, for example, Monday to Friday, it's the employee's day, but make sure that Saturday and Sunday you do something about yourself. Saturday and Sunday is not just about having fun, it's about also you working on what you're supposed to do. Like if you have bigger dreams, work on them. They will earn you extra cash. That's why I started YouTube. So you need to subscribe in this channel. If you like this video, please subscribe. Number 4, think long term. I mean, there's a quote that says, cry now, laugh later. And what better way to do it? Save. Save, 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 save. I usually tell people, especially on this channel, I've mentioned it quite a number of times, I use the Bible narrative of the 10% on myself. Right now, if I get paid 100 bob, 10% goes to my savings. If I get 10,000, 10% goes to my savings, and I'm disciplined about it. I usually use this app. I've mentioned it quite a number of times. I use Chums. Money, like for example, I don't know if you can see. So I use Chums. Like you can see, kuna entertainment, kuna quick save, YouTube traveling, a cushion. Me and my friend are doing decks. So save. Like stop thinking about how to spend now. Think long term. What do you want to do later on? And you have to be really strict about it. Use my narrative if it's okay with you. You can come up with your own set of ideas on how to save. I personally don't like spending money right now. If it can't make sense right now, buying something, I'll use that same money to save for my long-term things. You need to buy an equipment, save. That's your thinking long-term. You need to start a business, save. You're thinking long-term. Number 5, and my best of all, stay informed. I'll recommend like 2 books. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and the second book is The Science of Getting Rich. But always stay informed about money. Go to the news. Where does the economy stand right now? The values in the shillings and the dollars. Just stay informed about money. The more you learn about money, the more equipped you will be. Keep staying informed. Read. Number 6, emergency. We don't know what can happen tomorrow. We don't know what can happen 1 hour from now. Myself, I decided to put money in circles. I used 2 circles. That's Elimu Circle, which I was introduced to by my friend, and also Nyati Circle, which I was introduced to also by another friend of mine. If money comes immediately at a certain date, it's cut off immediately and I don't even think about it. So let's say, for example, if you have an obligation to buy a car, yeah, and you don't want to use a bank for a loan, or maybe there's an emergency and maybe your kid is sick and you've been saving in the account or in the circle account. For example, some circles, they have a loan limit for, if you have 100k in your account, you can ask a loan up to 3 times. So maybe that's like 250 or 300k. That money can really help you with emergencies. And also for circles, the loans are not like for banks. They are people strict, man. Like the interests are not very high. They give you a certain period, and the amount of money that's been cut every month is little. So you can use circles for emergencies. That's what I do. Number 7, seek professional advice. You know, the advices that I'm giving are my personal views. But if you feel that you need to go all in on this, you can seek financial advice. I'm sure it's going to be expensive because maybe you'll be charged by a consultant and whatnot. But you can go for a financial advisor. It will really help, especially people who have been in the game. Now, sometimes it doesn't have to be a paid financial advisor. Sometimes it can also be a mentor. Like look for somebody who is doing exactly what you're doing money wise. Take that person, ask them questions, do what they are doing, you'll stay ahead of the curve. Number 8, and lastly, diversify your investments. I don't know if most of you guys learn about money markets, bonds, stocks, forex, whatever. I know, like for Kenya, most people are scared, especially for forex, because there are a lot of scammers. My advice is for you to check it out yourself. Like I usually tell people that the ninth wonder of the world is compound interest. Like if you learn about money markets and you set your like your shares somewhere and let it compound for like 10 years or something, that's long term also, and we've talked about thinking about long term. So diversify your investments. If you're big on the cash also, I don't know, for some of you, real estate, I'm still not there coming up with real estate, but make sure your investments are solid in assets. Assets are something that will give you money later on. It takes a lot of patience, but it's worth it. So diversify your investments, because sometimes also business, like investing in small business, can be risky. Like we all know how COVID-19 ilitushtua kabisa. Like for people who had even businesses, they had to shut down, but for people who invested in money markets, they're on top. Thanks guys, that was a short video. If you want me to do a comprehensive detailed information about how I deal with my finances, comment down below. I do a detail, like a long hour video, but this was just short. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe, join the family, join the gang. I'm also trying to go to Eldoret, Maze. If you are an Eldoret person, hit me up, tafadhali. Show me the places that I can visit, Airbnbs and whatnot. See you next time.